If there's one thing you need to be a successful rapper, it's a good stage name. Sure, your street cred, your social media stats, your connections and musical abilities, they all factor in somewhere, I guess. But the main thing you need is a good name. For real. Back in the 90s, it was all about big. You had Big Pun, Big L, and of course Biggie. But nowadays, it's all about Lil. It doesn't matter if you're Pump or Xan or Dickie or Wayne or Yachty or Uzi Vert. If you want to make it online, you gotta be Lil. Lil. Don't say little. So with all the trouble it is to come up with a good name, you might be surprised to learn that a ton of rappers decide to change their name all the time. Just before the release of 444, Jay-Z officially changed his name spelling to all uppercase letters, and few really bothered to take notice. Well, the morning shows had time to fill, so they didn't let this juicy tidbit go to waste.
It's A, Y, and a simple Z, right?
Right.
Okay, that's not what you're going to do anymore. Now it's all caps J, big A, capital Y, hyphen Z.
Yeah, that was some fascinating stuff. But believe it or not, it didn't make this list. My name is Michael McCrudden, and in this video, I'm breaking down the top 5 craziest name changes going on right now in the world of hip-hop. And to start things off, in the number 5 spot, we have a name change that is long overdue. I'm talking about Rich Chigga. Rich Chigga has been one of the most controversial names in rap ever since the Indonesian rapper dropped the viral hit Dat Stick when he was only 16 years old.
When I pull up in the Maserati, better duck for your brain spider on the concrete.
He's controversial for the use of the N-word and the fact when he first found fame, people didn't know whether or not they should be taking him seriously. But the name itself has been pretty widely acknowledged as offensive, you know? Because Chigga is quite obviously a combination of the word Chinese and a word that I'm not gonna say. As far back as April of 2016, the rapper, whose real name is Brian Emmanuel, well, he seemed to acknowledge that the stage name needed to go. He tweeted, "Rich Chigga is a fucking corny ass name. Why did I think it was okay? Why did I let this happen?" Fast forward to January 1st of 2018, Brian announced via Instagram, "Yes, I now go by Rich Brian. I've been planning on doing this forever, and I'm so happy I'm finally gonna do it. I was naive and I made a mistake. New year, new beginning. Happy New Year's." So cool! His new name is Rich Brian. We can all get on with our lives. Except that he also took to Twitter on the 1st of January 2018 to say this. "Yes, I now go by Brian. I've been planning to do this forever and I'm so happy to finally do it. I was naive and I made a mistake. New year, new beginning. Happy New Year's." Yeah, that's right. In case you missed it, he simultaneously announced that his new name would be Rich Brian and the mononym Brian. So either he's cool with both names or he wants you to call him something different depending on whether you follow him on Instagram or Twitter. I think I know him mostly from YouTube, so I'm assuming I have to call him Rich or Emmanuel. I don't know. I'm sure he'll clarify this soon. Let's move on our list. In the number 4 spot, we're getting to Gucci Mane. Radrick Delantic Davis has gone by many a name. Gucci, LaFleur, and of course Guap. Back in 2013, he even officially announced he'd be changing his name to Guap. On Twitter, he stated, "July 2nd, I'm officially changing my rap name to Guap and retiring the great Gucci Mane. Thanks fans for 8 years as Gucci, now it's WAP turn." His fans freaked out and about 30 minutes later, Gucci decided to reverse course. He then tweeted, "I'm officially not changing my name to Guap. It would officially stay Gucci Mane due to my fans." And their response, "Okay, well since that event, fans have gone to see Gucci embrace all kinds of change. He got out of prison, took out his grills, he got married, and he lost so much weight that some of his fans believed he may be a clone of his former self." With all the change happening over the course of last year, it's no surprise that another change was taking place, and we all missed it. On January 24, 2017, Gucci tweeted, "My new album is going to be called Drop Top Wizza." The next day he wrote, "Don't call me Gucci no mo, call me Drop Top Wizza," and continued, "Big Gucci, aka Guap, aka Gucci Mane LaFleur, aka Mr. Zone 6, aka East Atlanta Santa is now officially Drop Top Wizza." That's right guys, this whole time we've been continuing to call him Gucci Mane, as it turns out his name has been Drop Top. So on behalf of myself and everywhere here at Before They're Famous, I do want to apologize to Mr. Wizza for pronouncing his name incorrectly. That will never happen again. Coming in at number 3, we have Kodak Black. Well, you know him as Kodak Black, but that's not his legal name. Of course not. That would be a ridiculous name to have on your birth certificate, right? Well, his real name is actually Deuce and Octave. Yeah, that's a perfectly good moniker to go by, but for some reason, at least according to Gossip, he's decided to change it. While fans will continue to call him Kodak Black, he has filed documents to legally rebrand the name Bill Kahan Blanco. It's not really clear why he chose that name, or even why he's changing his name at all, but there's at least some chance it might be about turning over a new leaf. After all the legal issues he's had over the years, I can understand why he'd want a fresh start. When he was a youngster, Kodak Black was placed into a youth detention center 3 times in a single year. In 2015, he was arrested for robbery, battery, drug possession, and false imprisonment of a child, but was later released. The next year, he was arrested for possession of drugs and a firearm as a convicted felon, as well as fleeing from officers. Another time that year, he was arrested for armed robbery and false imprisonment. He pled no contest to all charges and was placed on house arrest for a year, with an additional 5 years of probation. Prior to his release from Broward, Maine jail, police discovered another couple outstanding criminal warrants, which led to him staying behind bars. One was for misdemeanor counts of weed possession, and the far more serious charge was for felony criminal sexual misconduct. That is to say, rape. He boasted a $100,000 bond, was rearrested for probation violation, indicted by a grand jury, and even caused havoc in his court-mandated anger management sessions. Since then, he's bounced between house arrest and Broward County Jail, but you know what could fix all this? Of course, a good name change. All that trouble with the law? Well, that was Diaz and Octave. Bill Kahan Blanco, on the other hand, he's got a clean record. He keeps to himself. He's a really nice guy. Now, no word yet on how the name change will affect Bill Kahan's 2-year-old son, King Khalid Octave, but I gotta say there's a good chance he'll be changing his name to King Khalid Blanco. I'm sure the change would do him good, that is if our next rapper is any indication, because coming in at the number 3 spot, number 2, we have P. Diddy. It's no secret that Sean Puffy Diddy Combs likes to switch up his moniker. Well, he's doing it again. Or so he seems to announce on November 4th, 2017, when he tweeted, "I decided to change my name again. My new name is Love, aka Brother Love." Attached to the tweet was a video in which he stated, "I have some very serious news. I've been praying on this and I decided to change my name again. I'm just not who I am before, I'm something different, so my new name is Love, aka Brother Love." There were news articles written about the name change and fans did not take too kindly to it, especially not after WWE's Brother Love, aka Bruce Pritchard, he weighed in, commenting on Diddy's tweet. "Yo, find a new gimmick. I invented and perfected Brother Love. I am the original and you are not. Remember North Carolina?" No, what the hell happened there? After all the hate and backlash, Diddy took to Instagram to let us all in on something about his name change.
I was only joking, okay? I didn't change my name. It's just part of one of my alter egos.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Diddy isn't about to change his name. What made you think he would in the first place? I mean, he's already done it a dozen times. Anyway, our next artist name change is very, very real. Topping our list in the number 1 spot, we have Lil Xan. Lil Xan has long been a strange moniker for the SoundCloud rapper behind No Love, Wake Up, and Betrayed, especially since that the last one is pretty much an anti-Xan anthem.
Xan's gon' betray you, Xan's gon' make you, Xan's gon' take you.
Lil Xan had already been thinking about dropping the Lil for a long time, and while he had a serious struggle with his namesake drug, he's off it now. With fellow SoundCloud artist Lil Peep dying from the drug just this past year, well, the time seems right for a change. Lil Xan told TMZ that later down the road he'd be changing it to Diego. That makes sense since his real name is Diego Linus. And going by his first name seems to have worked out just fine for the I Spy rapper Kyle. On top of that, he said his fans have already started calling him Diego. And it didn't take too much cajoling for him to make a super official announcement about the change.
Yo, it's official. My name is now Diego.
There it is. And not Lil Diego, right?
no,
All right,
no
so
Lil.
look right in this camera and tell him who you are now.
I'm Diego.
Currently, he's still got the name Lil Xan on his Twitter and his SoundCloud accounts, although he did add a /Diego to his Instagram. So either he's gradually gonna shift into the new name, or the real official announcement is yet to come. I guess he's got to give it some time because he thought about changing his name in the past. The truth be told, there's a lot of potentially awesome names out there. You know what might be an awesome name? I got one for you.
Shark Boy.
Oh wait, no.
I'm gonna change my rap name to Shark Boy.
That one could totally work. In fact, I think it's my favorite of the bunch. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up our list of the top 5 rappers' name changes of 2018. Which one do you think was the craziest? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, what would my rap name be? Look forward to reading your comments. Now, I've done a ton of bios on the people we featured in this video, except for Diddy. We didn't do a video on Diddy, not a before they're famous, not a rich life, but we'll be working on those. Which one do you want to see? Sound off on all in the comments down below. Also, you can find me on Twitter or Instagram. I'm McCrudden. See you guys in another video.